going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. Really quickly, guys, if you have not seen my reaction to the Thor Ragnarok teaser trailer, link will be right up here. So go ahead and click that and then come back and watch this video, man. But this is going to be my breakdown / review analysis, shot-by-shot analysis of that same exact teaser trailer, guys. There is a lot to talk about in this 1 minute and 52-second teaser trailer. So without further ado, guys, make sure if you're new, subscribe. Let's get on with this breakdown. Let's go. Okay, so what's really cool about this shot here, we get a quick glance of what condition Thor is in this movie. So we see he's rolling down, he's trapped, he's imprisoned. And we know now that, you know, he's been captured to participate in the Grandmaster's, you know, Gladiator battle of some sort like that. So moving on to the next scene. Awesome. So now we're walking here. We see Cate Blanchett as Hela. My gosh, she is looking awesome. My gosh, they made her look so much younger than she does in real life. Oh my gosh, she is seductive as heck. All right. So we get, I guess you can say this is the beginning of the movie, essentially, where you know, Thor is, you know, fighting Hela, and you can say it's the beginning. And there was a big issue about the whole hair thing, you know, him not having his hair. What happened to his hair? That was the biggest shocker from when they released the pictures. They're like, where is his hair? What happened to his hair? So now we know that he was captured. So we're going to continue with this shot here. This was very surprising to me. So, and that was also another question too, as to what happened to Mjolnir, his hammer. We're like, what happened to that hammer? Now we know that Hela destroys it upon touch. Okay, so she's grabbing it, and again, here we have another beautiful shot. If it pulls up, oh my God, and you see Thor's really trying to get that hammer through, and it's not working. And oh my gosh, just look at her. I just love how she looks. I like the hair. I like that emo look. She looks so seductive as heck. I'm being serious. She just looks really good. She's such a fantastic actress anyway, Cate Blanchett. She's such a great actress anyway. She does a good job on all her films. I can't wait to see her performance in this movie as Hela. It's going to be fantastic. She just looks great, man. And she's adding, I'm telling you, man. look at that smirk on her face. Like, you thought was going on. Thor was all like, the heck is going on? I'm just loving this, man. We really get to see what's happening. And then she destroys Mjolnir. Oh my, and did I notice someone there? Is that Loki? Who is this here? This person here. I think it could be Loki, because you know Loki be rolling with him. I don't know if you guys remember those pictures that we also saw. We saw Loki and we saw Thor, and they were dressed in regular clothing. So I don't know if this is from the same scene that we've seen in those pictures here, but I think this might be Loki here. This might be Loki, and that's Thor. And oh my gosh, look at the power. She just destroys the hammer. And the thing about the hammer, man, this is the hammer is made of one of the strongest metals in the entire universe. All right, look, Black Panther's vibranium got nothing on this. Wolverine's adamantium got nothing on this. Like, this is one of the strongest, purest forms of metal in the Marvel universe. And she destroyed it just like that. This is, I think and I was saying this in my reaction, I think we got our villain. I think Marvel finally has a villain that we can really, you know, and someone who's also a really good villain too, I forgot to mention too, is like what's his name, the Russian guy from Iron Man 2. He was such a good villain to me. I enjoyed him. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name, man. Vankor, Ivan Vankor, or something. Ivan or something was his name. From Iron Man 2. He was a pretty good villain too. So I think we're gonna have a really good villain. And everyone's talking about this being like the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 vibe and everything like that. And here's my thing, right? Is that this movie is going to be involved in the same world. You know, they're going to be traveling to different worlds. There's going to be a lot of planetary travel or whatever, you know, in this movie. And I like it. I mean, it's different. It's just not, I like when movies cannot be completely earthbound when it comes to Marvel and stuff like that. I like when they go over to other planets too. And I'm gonna address the whole color palette issue too, because I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So here we have another shot here of Cate Blanchett that is Hela in her full uniform. This is so comic book accurate. The horns and everything, her helmet is so comic book accurate, man. This looks exactly like the comic book. I am not disappointed with how she looks. I am very satisfied with how she looks. She looks exactly like the comic books, man. I'm very, very pleased to see this. This is very, very good. I'm really proud for Marvel for actually trying to stick as close to canon as possible, man. So we're moving on. We see this beautiful shot of Asgard. I was always very intrigued by how the set design for Asgard looked. It kind of looks like some organ pipes, but I always loved how Asgard looked. And then we get to see Hela against the whole Asgardian army, right? They got nothing on her. She's just standing up there looking majestic as heck. Look at her, man. She just looks gorgeous. Just whips out her sword, boom. Now, I don't know if this specific scene here is right as soon as she whips out her sword, all of that happens. I'm not exactly sure if that's what's going on here, but they whip that out, and look at the power of her. This is just one woman destroying that whole entire city. And you got Thor here. Now, talking about the color palettes and everything, like I was saying, like he got whipped away or whatever. I'm liking how the coloring is finally starting to shape up with Marvel. And most people know, if you're really techie like me, you kind of know that Marvel has been known for having really dull, flat, muted colors for their color palette and their color correction when it comes to their films. Like Civil War, Captain America Civil War was one of the biggest moments where where certain characters were supposed to really pop. Like Iron Man was supposed to be a nice bright red. He was really muted. His color was really muted and desaturated. And Spider-Man's costume was really desaturated. It wasn't as red and, you know, poppy as it should have been. So I'm liking from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 route, they're looking like if they're actually trying to get that done. I'm not sure if they actually shot this on film or digital. Most likely it's digital because most people did it in digital, but some of the best coloring has came from film. Iron Man 1 and 2 I think were shot on completely on film. Panavision, I believe, did that. Panavision film, not digital, and the shots were great. I think the first Thor was actually shot on film too. That movie was spectacular as far as coloring is concerned too. I'm getting a little technical about that stuff, but if you really pay attention to how coloring looks, it kind of affects how I view a comic book movie, because I'm a big comic book reader. I read comic books, so when I look at a comic book movie, I want it to match up with the book in some type of way, of as far as the color palette and it being eye-popping and the darks being really dark and the reds and the colors being really saturated and nice colors. Anyway, long story short, so far this is looking as if they're heading in that direction, and I'm very happy for them. So we see here now, I think Thor is now, and it looks like if these are like different wormholes that were made. That's what it looks like, because if we look back in, it looks like wormholes. I'm actually gonna go back and see. It looks like wormholes or something like that, like if he came out of a wormhole or something like that, like if Hela threw him through a wormhole. It could be that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to pretend like I actually really know what it is, but it looks like a wormhole. So that's really cool. It looks like if he landed on the Grandmaster's planet, essentially. You know, the Grandmaster, this collector's brother. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful guy. Look at this, man. Looking cool. Kind of get that little Star Wars vibe here. Looking like Star Wars right here, right? Don't y'all think it look a little bit like Star Wars right here? So hello there. Then he gets captured, and you know, at this point he's really weakened, and then you got this awesome beautiful chick as well bringing him in, and this scene here. So I don't know exactly what's going on here. It looks like if it might be a flashback story or some type of flashback scene of Hela, you know, talking, you know, of some story about the Asgardians or someone fighting Hela. That's what it looks like. I'm not exactly sure who this is, and like I said, I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I don't know who this is right here. Gotta know who that is, but we're gonna continue. We see Hela, then she's looking great. Throws a sword up, and it destroys. Now it looks like a female. Who is this? Now, like I said, this is looking a lot like Star Wars to me, and these look like wormholes, don't they? Tell me if they don't look like wormholes. But I like this shot too. And here we get the answer of Thor, how he lost his hair and all that kind of stuff, like if it was a big deal in the first place. It kind of was, though. To me, I was kind of like like, why are they doing that to his hair? So colorful people. I'm just loving the set design of all of this stuff here, man. It's just looking really, really good. Thor can't do anything about it. His strength is slightly depleted at this point. I was trying to get a better look to see what she had in her hand, but she's looking great too. All these characters looking real good, man. So we're moving on. Then we got Grandmaster, man. This actor, he's a very, 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 very good actor, man. And I could let me just change my prediction. It may not be wormholes. It might just be like some type of portal that just throws trash or different things onto the ground. Because remember, him and Collector are a lot like collectors people. They like to get, you know, good stuff. So it might be that. You know, and keep in mind, I haven't finished Thor: The Dark World, so I'm not sure if they introduced this in that movie at some point, or I might have missed something in the MCU when I was watching all these movies. I might have missed it. I don't know if they really explain what that is. So if one of you guys know exactly what it is, let me know in the comment section down below exactly what it is. But he's looking great as a Grandmaster, very comic accurate again. I think they chose one of the best actors to play the Grandmaster. You know, like I said, Thor is just at this point, you know, he just looks really shocked and very just disoriented as to what just happened to him. So maybe get a little Guardians of the Galaxy type feel right here, which I don't mind. I really just don't mind. I don't know why people are making that a big issue. They all exist in the same universe. So here we guys, Idris Elba's character here. Is that the same sword he had from the first movie? It might be. Now, I don't know what happened to, like I said, I did not finish Thor: The Dark World, so I'm not sure exactly what happened to him, his character, but I'm glad to see that he's returned for this movie. So we're moving on. Love the Star Wars vibe. Love the ships. I'm just loving everything about this whole new world that we're being introduced to. The color palette, like I said, looks really good. His gun makes no sense to me, though. Why is he shooting what looks like regular Earth rounds compared to like plasma guns or something like that? That looks really weird, that weapon choice. And then these guys have plasma guns, as expected, but he's shooting regular rounds. That kind of confused me. I don't even know who this character is. I really don't know. Should I know who he is? I really don't know who that is. So, okay, moving on. Very Star Wars-y. This amazing shot here, and then she got her helmet on. Woo! Hella, man. This is I said it once and I'm saying it again. I think Marvel, we finally have our villain. I think Marvel has their villain now. She's gonna be one to reckon with. She already dropped bodies already. These homies coming through like they about to do something and then nothing about to happen. She already dropped like 5 of them down. She's looking great, man. Majestic, everything. Loki. You know, Tom Hiddleston just being Loki, flipping his knives, doing his Loki thing. I like his new look. It's not as elaborate as he was in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Was it Avengers: Age of Ultron? No, it was the first Avengers movie. He wasn't as elaborate, elegant as he looked in that one, which to me was one of my favorite looks of Loki. But I just love he has his typical helmet on, looking like Loki, doing his thing. Loki's forever salty. At first I was going to say maybe he's on Thor's side, but I was like, no, I saw him sitting down next to Grandmaster, so I was like, no, that's not happening. Great shot of this Gladiator battle here in this arena. I just love the whole Planet Hulk vibe. It's very, very cool. And like I said, now the trailer explains a little bit more as to what has happened to Thor, why he's dressed the way he's dressed. He's kind of forced to, he's pretty much has no choice but to participate in this fight. He really doesn't want to, has no choice but to do it. Look is kind of inspired by Unworthy Thor. Right here, the look kind of sick. I know his hair is kind of cut off in that as well. So we're moving on here, and we see the swords, which I really think is a good. I love the swords. I mean, I love how he looks here. I don't think it's a big of an issue. I do like it. I know a lot of other YouTubers and a lot of people say it looks too tacky and it looks cheap and it looks fake, and they were already trashing the movie. I think it looks good. I like it. I like to see something different, and it's looking really good. Now, this is probably by far one of my favorite scenes of this entire trailer. And I like how, and keep in mind, looking at the set design too, I like the shield. People don't like the shield. I personally like the shield. I just like that. That's just me. Love the helmet. Looks great. It looks epic as heck. I just love this whole, I cannot wait for this fight scene in the movie. So as we're continuing to move on, we see, skip forward a couple frames here because we don't need to talk. And what I love, what they talk about here, again, back to that shield. I like it. Looks cool. I like the weapons. Looks good to me. I love it. And we move on. And I like how the announcer says, "You're incredible, Hulk." He says the incredible. He doesn't say. He says the incredible. He's about to say Hulk, and then Hulk just breaks through the door. And as I was watching the trailer, I'm like, okay, Hulk is not gonna wait for this door to open. The door is opening hella slow. He's not gonna wait for that. He's probably gonna bust through, and he busts through. I started laughing my butt off, man. I just love the design, the Planet Hulk feel it got, the shoulder pads. I want to know how he got there. That's what I want to know. I just want to know how they got him there and how he got there. What is this? Is something looking funky with his eye here? Y'all see this? Is that a CGI error or is this some debris? Let me see. Yeah, that's his eye. It was looking a little wonky there. You see that? It looked a little wonky there. That's a little weird there. Really weird. I like the tools. I like his axe. Oh yes, the axe. Very, very Planet Hulkish. And then one of the funny part of this whole trailer, Thor says yes. This is so funny. I watched it like 3 times before I did this, before I shot the video, before opening the camera to do this video, and I was just laughing every time. You see Grandmaster's like, everyone's confused, like, yep. And as I said, it is Loki. Loki's chilling with the Grandmaster. Loki just, look, man, Loki forever salty. This dude will forever be salty. Just like move on, bro. This dude will forever be salty. He just wants to see Thor go down. It's forever salty, bro. Get over it, man. Dang. But I just I like the collector's room, man. I like how everything looks in here. I mean, the collector or Grandmaster just looks really, really good. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this world and the colors and this colorful stuff. I just like it. To me, it's very comic booky. You know, he looks over him like, what? And I like how he says, we know each other. He's a friend from work. I just like that line. He's a friend from work. I like how he sees his Avengers duty as a friend. I like how he references as he's a friend from work. That's really, really cool. I like how he said it like that. He's a friend from work. Then you got Hulk here. Hulk just looks amazing, man. This movie, like I said, I had my doubts for the movie, and I was very concerned as to what was going to happen to the movie and, you know, where they're going. I say, is it going to suck? Is it going to be trash? What's going to happen to this movie? And by seeing this little teaser trailer, to me, in my personal opinion, I am beyond excited for this movie now. I was really excited for Homecoming and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but right now I think I'm even more excited for Thor Ragnarok. Very, very excited for it, man. I want to see another trailer. To me, I kind of get the gist of it. I don't want them to show Doctor Strange. And now everybody was there talking about Doctor Strange. I'm very curious to see his role in all of this and where he will be. You know, because we do know that Thor approaches Doctor Strange at the end of the Doctor Strange movie, post-credit scene. We do know that. So I want to know exactly what his role in all of this. Will it be like a little 1-minute cameo, 2-minute cameo? What will it be? Will he be involved for a majority of the movie, or will he just make like a short appearance where they might reference him? I really want to know what will happen, how Doctor Strange's involvement in all of this, and how this ties up to Infinity War and all those other movies that's scheduled to come out next year. So this is really, Marvel's really doing a good thing. They're setting up their universe very, very well and very strategically, as they always have been doing. So we're moving on. Here we got Hulk. He's like, yes, come on. And then we get a preview of that fight. Oh man, this is going to be epic. Oh man. And yo, Marvel, like I said, there is trolls for this, man. Just showing, it's not you, just giving us this, man. It was enough to get me hyped. I was hyped. I love the new logo, everything. I was just so hyped for this thing, man. So guys, literally, this movie, I have no doubts for it, man. Not anymore. Not anymore. So like I said, man, overall, I really enjoyed this trailer. I want to see what else they're going to add to it later on. Probably get more plot line, see what's really going on here. Doctor Strange, what's going to happen with him, and possible, you know, stuff to lead up to Infinity War. There are hints in Thanos. Are we going to see Thanos in here? Are we going to see any of the Guardians make an appearance in here, or a reference to the Guardians? You know, they can do so much stuff with this already, and I'm just, like I said, very, very, very excited for what they're going to do with this movie. Cate Blanchett, I'm very excited for her. She looks amazing. She looks stunning as Hela. She's going to be, I think she's going to be the villain that Marvel really needed in a long time, because Mandarin in Iron Man 2, I was very disappointed with Mandarin, and a lot of other Ultron. They really went easy on Ultron in Age of Ultron. They really went easy on him, because Ultron in the comic books, if you're familiar with his comic book self, is 10 times more savage than he was in Age of Ultron. So they kind of went easy with Ultron. They kind of really, while I love the character in the movie and I love the actor who voiced him and everything like that, and I think he was a fantastic character, I just think they really went easy on him, and they could have did a little bit more with that villain. So you know, I think this is the villain and the villain that we need for Marvel. I'm really excited to see, you know, where this can go. This can go anywhere. It can be good or bad. My hopes are set high. Cate Blanchett is a very good actress, and she always does a good job. Very excited for this movie, man. It's gonna be amazing. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and predictions on Thor Ragnarok, man. If you enjoyed this little, I know I went by kind of fast, but there was some things I really wanted to address. I may do another one of these videos, I'm not sure, but just let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed this video, man. Hit the like button up, man. Subscribe if you're new. What are your thoughts on this? We had the best comments and the best discussion down in the comment section down below, so I'm looking forward to hear what you guys have to think about this and say. All right, see you in the next video. Thank you for taking your time out to watch this one. Clockmaster out. Arrgh!